It's been said that the best habits are not the things you can ideally do on your best days, but the things you can sustain on your worst days. Oof, let that sink in as your goal planning, right? So with that in mind, let me ask you, what routines and rhythms can you realistically do on your worst, busiest, toughest days? For example, when you're really busy, like right now around the holiday season. And let's start there. Hey, what's up? I'm Kelly, and welcome to Cultivate What Matters. We help women just like you figure out what in the world really matters to them. And then we teach you how to go do it so you can live a life you love. And today, we're talking about how to stick with your goals when you're really, really busy and you have a lot going on, like right now during this busy December month. If you're like me, you're probably thinking about all of the gifts that have to be wrapped, your travel plans, and grocery trips that have to happen over the next few weeks, right? And because of this busyness, many people just kind of press pause on their big dream plans because it can feel insurmountable to try and tackle your goals, so to speak, when life gets busy. But here's the danger in that thinking. There's always a lot on our plate. Life is always busy, and there's no such thing as a perfect day, week, month, or even year. Not to sound like a Debbie Downer, but doesn't it always seem like something finds a way to pop up, distracting us from our goals? Here's an example. I set a goal for myself to read 10 pages every morning before work. But most days, I have a long to-do list waiting at my desk. So it feels easier to just log on and start tackling my to-dos because I tell myself, I don't have time to read today. Sound familiar? But here's the truth of the matter. What you prioritize gets done. And yes, you have time. You have time to spend a few minutes each day, or maybe even an hour, working towards something that matters to you if you prioritize it. The thing is, if you don't prioritize your time, somebody else will prioritize it for you, and they will likely fill your schedule with what matters to them, leaving you without a lot of energy in your tank to tackle what matters to you, especially around the holidays, right? And listen, that's not always a bad thing. Here's what I mean. For me, my job is really important to me. I love it, and so I'm happy to take on responsibilities that help my team. So yes, I want to make ample time to do my job well, but because the holidays are actually busier than most months, I need to be intentional about prioritizing the things that matter to me too, so they don't fall through the cracks. Know what I mean? So here's what to do about it. First, get clear on what actually matters and then break that down into action steps. Remember that you can realistically do on your worst or busiest days, not on your best dream days, because when life gets busy, those dream day schedules can seem few and far between. If you're a PowerSheets user in your 2023 PowerSheets, you'll find page 5 really helpful. This page helps you get clear on what matters, so go back to it often. Here are some examples from my own life. But before we break it down, if you like these videos, subscribe and press the little bell so you'll be notified every Wednesday when we release a new video. This will let us know you like video content and will help us prioritize making more videos for you in the future. Okay. So without further ado, here's how I'm breaking down my goals into habits that I can sustain on my busiest days. So right now it's December and we're really busy in Q4 at work, and I have a lot of holiday plans after work. So I'm planning to run a half marathon next year, but I cannot fit long training days into my holiday schedule right now. Instead, I'm scheduling some lunch break walks to keep me moving and to help me clear my mind. No, it's not a 10-mile training run, but it is a small step I can take in the right direction of my big picture goal, no matter how busy my day gets. Also, I wanted to spend more time with loved ones this year, so I'm proactively blocking off time in the evenings for gatherings with my friends on days when I have less meetings, so I'm not talked out, as they say, by the time I show up. This helps me reach my big picture goal of cultivating strong relationships. Another way I'm sticking with my goals is by planning my meals on the weekends so I have what I need during the week and I don't have to make trips to the store, since I know it will likely be crowded and it will take longer to shop than it usually does. By the way, if you want your own copy of this holiday planning tool, I'll put a link in the description. You can download it right away and get started. Okay, so what does this all mean? It means when I set out to plan my day and the routines that will help me advance my goals, I'm thinking about what I can accomplish on my busiest days. Oftentimes when we plan, we set goals with our best ideal schedules in mind, which is a great starting point. But when we're in busy seasons, we can end up feeling like we've failed because our schedules aren't perfect and ideal. And many of those things we'd hoped to do don't get done. And that can lead us to feeling like we aren't doing anything right or like we aren't making any progress. And so we just give up. Sound familiar? Okay, but that's not the best way to look at it. Think of it like this instead. How can I break down what I want in the big picture into something I can actually do consistently when my days are hectic? For example, can I take a quick walk in the middle of the day? Absolutely. Can I grab dinner with a friend during a time period that I already blocked off ahead of time? Yes. Can I save time by grabbing lunch that I prepared beforehand? Totally. These small habits are easy to maintain on busy days, so it's highly likely that I'll stick with them when my schedule is less than ideal. But here's the key. Remember that progress matters more than perfection. So if you miss a day or you need to tweak your routines, do it. Little by little, your small intentional actions will add up, even during hectic seasons like the holidays, even if you have to pivot. And by the way, there's no better time to start making progress on the things that matter most. If you're not using Power Sheets yet, what are you waiting for? You're just one click away from a life-changing tool that will help you get clarity on the things that matter to you. Power Sheets help you stop the whirling thoughts, choose where to focus your time, and build a life you love on purpose. No more wasted days, no more wondering if your busy schedule is adding up to something meaningful. With Power Sheets, a meaningful, confident, intentional life is possible. Let us know in the comments if you have questions or you need some help. We'll be with you every step of the way. See you next week. Bye.